Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to have our part 2 of our equipment video series. The last time we got together on this series, we did our cube tent with a new screen house installed, as well as a new hot tent trials inside the tent, which everything worked out pretty well. We also brought in some new screw-in tent stakes that we're going to be using in a couple of weeks on our first trip up to the Adirondacks in May. Today is the last day of April. This weekend, I'll be taking our rig up to a seasonal site way upstate North Country, where we're going to be leaving it permanently, or at least seasonally. So that'll be probably the next camp video that you'll see will be from the seasonal site with the toy hauler. That's our XLR Boost toy hauler. You can check out videos about that trailer. I'll put the link in the description below. I'll also put the link to the last equipment video in the link below. Alright, so it's all about camp kitchen today. All the equipment that I use when I'm car camping. So it's not ultra lightweight stuff. It's more comfort stuff, convenience. And I have, I'll be driving up in the car to the site so I could take as much as I want there. So it's really not a problem. The first thing in any camp trip, whether you're hiking in, biking in, driving in, you know, campground camping, backcountry camping, whatever, is water. So the number one issue is water. Now I saw this used in sporting events. They use this to bring out water bottles to the athletes. It's a 6-pack of well, I have Nalgene bottles in here. And what I do is I fill them up with my filter here in the kitchen. And I bring this 6-pack with me. Now, if I'm just doing an overnighter or 2 nights in a campground, this is more than enough drinking water for me for an overnighter or 2 or even 3 nights. I do have a filter that I have in my backpack that I could always refill these at the campground. I do like to filter campground water because you just never know what's going on there. I like to make sure that the water's fresh and clean. All right, so I'm going to put links for all this equipment up on the screen. I believe somewhere down here, there'll actually be an affiliate link right over here. So if you're interested in purchasing any of this stuff, it doesn't cost you anything extra to purchase it through our channel. So go ahead, hit that link down there and check out the product. Okay, so that's the first thing. Next in the kitchen, when I'm going to be there for more than just a couple of days or a day or two, I'll break out my propane grill. This is the Coleman Fold and Go propane stove. Works very nicely. It's got good sized grill. Let's see right there. It works off of the propane bottles. This is a little bag I bought to carry it in, keep everything together. It uses these propane bottles right here. It's got a lighting device right here, a little sparker, and of course you turn on the gas, hit the sparker, boom, you have a flame. Instant cooking when it's really cold, windy, and nasty, and you're just dying for a cup of coffee to warm up. There's nothing better than this. I am a fan of my alcohol stove. It's a lot easier to carry, especially if I'm going to be hiking in or trying to save weight. I will use that, or if it's just an overnighter. Let's get this packed up to go. Right there. Perfect. It folds together. It also has, where is she? This is a windscreen that works in conjunction with the stove. It really is susceptible to high winds, so if you're going to be camping near the waterfront or even just on a regular windy day, one of these little screens are important to have. Works very well. It was only a few dollars. Well worth having. Folds up nice and neat and easy. Keep it in the bag. Okay, in addition to the propane bottle and the wind reflector, it has just a small apparatus here that you use to attach the propane bottle. It actually screws into that nug right there, and screws into the propane bottle. Okay. So it would be attached like so, and the propane bottle would sit right here. Like that. Very easy to set up, only takes a few moments. Takes me longer to find things in the bag than it does to set it up. Turn on the gas, click the button, and boom, you've got fire right away. It's a great item for quick cooking. In this bag right over here is all the little bits and pieces that go along with our camp kitchen. But before I get started with what's in there and clean up, I've got a drain pan that unfolds. See if I can unfold it. Just like that. And I've got a large and a small bin. Now when you're campground camping, this is very important that you're not rinsing things out on the ground in your camp. You don't want to be attracting bears and God knows what other animals, including insects, to your camp. So what I basically do is after every meal, I take the pots, the pans, the dishes, and the glasses and whatnot, and I wipe them out into my garbage bag. And then I will put them in this bin, which will go inside here, be covered by this, and then we go over to the cleanup station over at the recycling center. DEC campgrounds always have a dishwash area so that you're not making a mess or trying to wash up in the lake or in the river nearby. You don't want to be doing any of that. So I will go over to the recycle center. All my dirty dishes will be in here. I'll wash from here into this one. So this will be all soapy dishes now, right? Then I clean this out and then I rinse and put them in here as clean. Then the clean go back in here after I wash the black one, of course. And I can either bring this with me if I want. If I have a lot of dishes, it helps to line everything up and let them dry. Or I leave it at camp so when I come back with the wet dishes, I have somewhere to drain them. All right. So that's basic cleanup. In addition to these guys, I keep along this little wash brush that you basically fill up with your, eco-friendly soap of choice. One of those ones that they use to clean ducks with, right? And that stays in here to keep it separate and clean. And that's cleanup. So we skipped over the main event, and that's my kitchen bag right here. It's very light. If you notice, I'm not struggling to lift it. I don't have a lot of heavy stuff. I try to keep it as lightweight as possible. It's a good size bag. It holds everything that I need, no problem. Let's get started. We'll start here, work our way out. So the first thing I need in the morning is going to be my coffee grinder. There's the handle. Pretty straightforward stuff. You put the coffee in here. I do have a coffee scoop. Coffee scoop is up in here with my coffee accessories. Let's see what we've got up here. This is our thermometer. If I want to be real fussy, I can measure the temperature of the water, which 95 and 105 is what you want. And my coffee scoop. And that gets you into a cup of coffee. Speaking of a cup of coffee. Okay. So we've got our coffee grinder with the handle, coffee scoop, thermometer, coffee cup. Now, in order to brew, I have a pour over. Put the coffee filter in here and the coffee in, and you're all set. And this is my alcohol stove. Well, this is the alcohol stove holder, I should say. The alcohol stove right here by Trangia is right here. Now, you've all seen this pretty often, so I don't think I need to set it all up. I probably have a photograph I can throw in here, a bit of video. All right, so that's how I'm making my first cup of coffee in the morning. Let's put all this stuff off to the side. Okay, one thing I did forget to mention in the coffee department will be my sugar. I keep it in this little titanium. Get a good look at that. A little titanium container. I've got all our silverware, forks, knives, and spoons. Basically, I'm set up for two people, my wife and I, typically, when I am car camping. Forks, spoons, knives, even chopsticks. I should have another fork somewhere in here. No doubt, it's hiding from me. Titanium tongs. And a little very cheap plastic spatula, very lightweight. Okay, that should do it for utensils. We'll get back to this later. As well as my alcohol stove, I have a pour-over kettle, titanium. That is very, very useful. There's our pour-over titanium kettle. And if I'm literally car camping, I just stuck somewhere in the car, I can plug this one into my 12-volt outlet in the truck, and I can boil water right in here. It's a nice option to have. It didn't cost a lot. I haven't had a chance to use it yet, but it should be very handy when it is needed. Let's pop this in the back. It's a nice, very nice kettle. You just have to be careful with this one that you don't hang this over the flames too much, because you can melt the wrap that's going around the handle, and this thing gets really hot. And that's all our utensils. Let's see. Pots and pans. I've had these for quite some time. Got them on a very good deal. Long time ago. It's basically a little frying pan. Might not look as useful as it is. It's very useful for rehydrating dehydrated foods, as well as you can cook in there. I make a nice, what we'll call like a McDonald's poached egg in here. It works out very nicely. You fill the bottom with water, and you put this over the boiling water and put the lid on it, and it cooks an egg really nicely. So this set comes with that. The lower pot, which is the widest. The inner pot, which is more narrow. So basically, since this pot's going to be on the outside, I'll put this one over a campfire, let it get carbonized. Doesn't matter. This one I try to only use over the gas, because I don't want to be putting this inside that. Now I got two dirty pots, so just like that. This one will be for the gas, the alcohol stove, transient alcohol stove, and this one will be used over fire, the stick stove or the campfire. And this could also be used as a cover for either one. And like I said, you can cook over them if you need to. A secondary coffee cup when my wife comes along. And a 16-ounce titanium, it's kind of like a red Solo cup, except it's titanium Solo cup. About the same size, about 20 ounces or so. It is a lightweight, non-reactive, non-rusting. It won't poison you. Like, you got to watch out if you're drinking carbonated stuff out of stainless steel, so you don't want to be doing that. This one is made of titanium. And a lid, an extra lid. Okay, so that takes care of that. Something I've had for years. It's simple, plastic, lightweight, egg carton holder. I usually bring a half a dozen eggs with me for a couple of days. Works out very nicely. Okay, let's move this stuff to the back. Pots and pans. Okay, we can put that right in there. That finishes off the center cavity. All right, in here, more titanium to show you. This one is plates. We've got two different size plates, or if you want to call them bowls. We got that size, about the size of my hand, more or less. This is good if you're making a sandwich, maybe some crisps, for lunch, or a side dish for dinner. They work out very nicely. And this one is more of a serving platter, they advertise it as, but honestly, it makes for a nice plate, especially if you have a big old porterhouse to put on top of this. It works out very nicely. And those are our titanium flatware. That's a eating plates. Now, another piece of titanium frying pan, super thin. Watch the heat on this one. You don't want to hit this with a lot of high heat. You will burn things. Lots of butter helps as well. Very lightweight, cooks very nicely. Make a great egg on here. It doesn't stick. Good stuff. Okay. In addition to that, a nice cloth. It's always good to have a nice cloth to either use as a cozy, or for picking up hot pots, putting them down on the picnic table, that kind of thing, so you're not burning things. Okay, now in this side, one more bit of titanium here are rice bowls. Comes 2 different sizes, large and small. Works out great for soup or stew. Rice, that's really what they're designed for. They're double walled, so they keep your hands from burning and keeps your food from getting cold. Works out very nicely. Rice bowls. Perfect. Garbage bags are always good to have for cleanup. And last but not least, let's go into what's in the top here. Let me rearrange this camera. Okay, in package number 1 over here, here's something that everybody likes to have a lot of, just in case you forget to bring a bottle of ketchup, or more affectionately known as ketchup. That's ketchup that you keep in your car until you need it. And I've got seasonings. In this package, I've got 2 of these little guys. Make sure that I'm showing you properly. Okay, this one is, let's see, salt and pepper? No, I'm sorry. I have pepper here, garlic there, salt there, and onion powder there. Downside to these is that they do get some moisture in them. They're not really sealed up. So sometimes, like I see right now, my onion powder is a solid block, which doesn't kill anything. You just have to use a knife and scrape a little bit of onion powder for you. The garlic seems to hold up better, and the pepper and salt do better. When they're full, they also work better. These have been sitting in here since October. So they've absorbed a bit of moisture. It's bound to happen. I'm not complaining. They perform very well. It beats not having these seasonings. You know, when you're making some nice hash browns, it's always good to have some seasoning to go with it. Okay. Coffee filters and tea bags are always extra. And if I run into napkins, paper napkins somewhere at a fast food place, I will grab a few extra and keep them in there. Okay, let's see. Anything else in this bag? On the side pouch, in one of these pouches right here, I have a can opener, which is always a good thing to have. Anything else in here? No. Sometimes I'll put a citronella candle in there as well. I think I used it last October. All right, so that's everything in my kitchen bag. All right. Is there anything else I would like to show you while we're here? So we are looking at our wall of equipment back here. In this box, let's bring this out front. Let's move you out of the way. Move these guys down here. Now, this box is not exactly kitchen. It's more camping gear. I have my 2 lanterns over here. My tough lantern is in the house. We were using it as an emergency lantern this winter. In here are my lanterns that I use in the kitchen. I hang it from the top of the ceiling in the tent. They work very nicely. They hang from the ceiling. Very nice. They're a little bit fragile. You gotta use them gingerly. I've broken these before. The little handle like this one is broken. I have to put a string on it, but it's still a good lamp. And it does a little flash thing. Watch out if you've got reasons to not like flashing lights. Don't look at that. Okay. We'll turn that off. Lamps, my headlight, and my flashlight, torch. It's always good to have handy. And my hygiene bag, which I've gone over with you. It's basically everything you need when you run over to the men's room. You can hang it up while you're taking a shower, and you gain access to everything that you need. Pretty cool. Definitely a good thing to have. And of course, some dude wipes. I've got my my shower shoes, that kind of thing, all in one bag. It's really not kitchen, but it was sitting right here. I thought I might as well give you a look at it. All right, everybody. That does it for my kitchen equipment. I hope it wasn't too long or boring of a video, but it is what I will be using this season while I'm doing some car camping. I've got at least 10 good trips planned this season. Starting in only a couple of weeks, we'll be in the Adirondacks. Probably going to be cold, so I might be using my my hot tent stove. Definitely be bringing some cold weather gear, that's for sure. Let's see, anything else I wanted to say? If you're new to the channel, it's the first time you've been here, please, if you hit the subscription button in the corner, I'll be able to notify you of upcoming videos. I would really appreciate it. It helps the channel to grow. Please hit the like. It helps to get the video shown to more people around the country. I'd like to get more exposure here. I'm located in New York State, where we've got some of the best camping in the world. I'm specializing lately in Department of Environmental Conservation campsites in New York State. We're going to finish them off this year, I think. There's only a handful more after the 10 that I have planned, so if I get the time to do a few more this season, I might just be able to finish them all up. Then we can move on to the Finger Lake region. And I do have a few more left on Long Island to do. And it's a big country. We got Pennsylvania, Connecticut, New Jersey are right across the border. So we're just getting started. This year, like I mentioned earlier in the video, we will be seasonally RV camping up in the North Country and upstate New York. So our RV will be up there. That'll be my base of operations while I'm going from campground to campground. And I will be spending time at my Catskill camp that I have some videos in my playlist. I'll put a link to that playlist in the description below. You can go check out that. I haven't spent much time there the last 2 seasons, so it's quite overgrown. We had some trees fall down. I have an old vintage Airstream on the property that so far, fingers crossed, is in good shape. And a small shed, 12 by 12 shed, smaller than 12 by 12. Just a place to keep equipment and gear, whatnot. I need to get there, I need to empty everything out, clean it all up, kick out all the local residents, the bees and the spiders and mice that have been living there, I'm sure. And we'll be moving back in real soon. I will be receiving next week a piece of equipment for that camp. The DR walk-behind string trimmer will be coming in next week. Unboxing and assembly of the walk-behind string line trimmer. And then there'll be, obviously, I'll bring it up to the farm upstate and give it a test. What else are we expecting? Projects at the seasonal camp. I'm going to be building some decking. So I'm not sure whether I will or not make a video of. I'll be doing a deck in front of the RV on the RV site. And I do have some new equipment to show you when we get there. We have a new pop-up tent by Crown Shades, a hexagonal 12 by 12. That should be really nice. Again, that'll be another one I'll be showing and setting up. I noticed a few new dispersed camping opportunities in the Catskills that I want to go check out, in the Great Northern Catskills. So we'll probably do a quick explore and go check out the sites on one video, and then to go back and do a little bit of dispersed camping there, a little bit overnight. There's some good spots on little lakes, ponds, creeks. There is some fishing up there. Maybe I'll get my fishing permit this year, get that straightened out, and do a little bit more fishing. Okay, that's enough for the future. Thank you very much for being here right now. Again, if you're new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe on the way out. Give us a big thumbs up. Don't forget to share this with your friends. The more people who you can invite over to check out this content, I'll be very, very much appreciated. And again, thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next video.